Welcome, everybody, to a new year, and we're going to be talking about visualization with Dr. Justine. This comes from an article by Daily Motivation, Turn Your Dreams into Reality, and the 10 reasons why visualization is a powerful tool. If you have any questions, please feel free to give Dr. Justine a quick text, 647-987-9355. I wanted to introduce Dr. Justine to everybody. She is our leader here at Justine Blainey Wellness Center, but she is also a very popular motivational speaker. And she speaks at our schools and our universities. She speaks at our local businesses, our hospital systems, and at different charities. And she believes that she wants to provide the best care for you to get the best version of yourself. Please help me welcome Dr. Justine.
Hello, everybody. Great stuff for you. I totally believe in visualization. Have been using it as a athlete and then, of course, as a doctor. I believe visualization can help everybody. But what's coming up is with my good friend, Dr. BJ Hardick. We're going to be talking about the history and philosophy of chiropractic. We're going to be talking about how to minimize pain naturally, reducing your cost, and helping to reduce inflammation long term. We have a great article from Dr. Jockers about healthy hormones, followed by with my good friend Dr. Colin Elkin, again talking about the history and philosophy of chiropractic. So we have some great information coming your way. Always a new topic is our goal each month and each week. So today we're talking about visualization, and the first thing that comes to me is this wonderful book. Here it's called A Life Without Limits on Chrissy Wellington. And this book was given to me by Donnie Rosa, who used to be coordinating all of our athletics in Brampton and is now out in BC. And it's one of those books that you can read multiple times and pay it forward. And you can see mine is all dog-eared. I've gone through it many times because I do feel that Chrissy uh, is a phenomenal athlete, and certainly, as you hear a little bit about her story, phenomenal at visualization. So she started after 2 degrees in university. She tried a triathlon and realized she was good at endurance sports. So she started to train for Ironman. Now, this is starting later in life to train for an Ironman. And what is an Ironman? Because this is hard stuff, not something that I've ever done, but that is a 3.9 kilometer swim. That's 2.4 miles, followed by 180.2 kilometers or 112-mile bike ride. And then you do a marathon after that, 42.2 kilometers. So it is a total of 226.3 kilometers. Holy cow, right? And that can take you anywhere between 15 to 17 hours of exercise. So when she talks about it in her book, she talks about, for example, when you get on that bike after the swim, now you got to go to the bathroom. Now you got to go to the toilet. How do you figure out when you're trying to go as fast as you can and win this? Because she won this as a world champion 4 times in a row. She talks about it becoming a mental game, not a physical game, to push yourself through that, more than 10 hours high intensity endurance exercise. And certainly, I'm going to talk about how she visualized. She also talks about how your body can be wrecked. And this is on page 6. So right away, she talks about how difficult this is. I'm going to read it. Your body may be wrecked, muscles cramping, skin chafing, toenails falling off and keep going, blistering feet. And then you've joined the tough club. Holy cow. This is a huge struggle. So she talked about how important her visualization was for improving performance, improving how to deal with obstacles. So I'm going to go through some of her examples as we go through 10 ways and importance or 10 important features to help you visualize and improve your skill as an athlete, your skill as a person in business, your skill as a mom or a dad or a sister or a brother, or as a daughter or a son. how visualization can get the best out of you. But to share a story right off the bat for Chrissy, that just blew my mind away is her coach had her run, so do all the swimming, do all the biking, and then run her marathon on a treadmill in a closet, with the lights off. He said that when you're a winner, you're going to be so far ahead of everybody else that you'll have no company, and you will only have to strengthen your mind to be running alone and with so much pressure on you when your body wants to give up. So he would have her strengthen her mind and her visualization that she could see the mountains, she could see the medals that she could win, she could visualize the beach, whatever that would work for her, and she would have to find whatever she'd visualize. And you're talking for over an hour in the dark as your feet keep pounding with blisters and nothing else to see in that dark closet. So to me, pretty crazy. Never have run in the dark on a treadmill. I do love to run in the morning in the dark because especially, Christmas time, you can see the Christmas lights. So, but also you can allow your mind to quiet. It's almost called moving meditation. That's how a lot of my best ideas and creativity come to me in the dark, because you're just being able to have your feet like a metronome. And that can be done walking or running. So I'm going to give some examples from Chrissy through this talk, but also so you know, I have used visualization as an athlete. I'm a defense for hockey. So I would often visualize coming around behind the net, either stopping to change, create a reverse in the play, or to continue to make that perfect pass to my winger on the boards. Or, you can visualize faking the pass to the wing and creating that breakaway pass as your center gets that pass just right before center ice, splitting the D. So you can use visualization. When I was younger, I would use it for that perfect hip check, making that perfect timing, getting that player to fly over your hips. I used visualization as when my daughter was in synchronized figure skating. Her team would have her up in the stands, visualizing where they would do their circle, where they would do their line. And as I competed at nationals out east, we would, even as adults in the master's program for figure skating in synchro, so you have teams of 20 all doing circles or crisscrossing, so you don't hit somebody, or a triangle, 3 lines crisscrossing. You would visualize where your hole was in order to make sure your program went well. So we're going to use some of these examples that I've used for hockey, for lacrosse, for figure skating. My daughter used them even starting at the age of 10 for her figure skating, whether it's singles or it was as pairs in dance or in synchro. And then I'll use some examples from this world champion, Chrissy. So visualization is the process of seeing it in your mind. It can be done in your favorite chair. I have a favorite chair that's where I do my thinking time or prayers, meditation. For me, that chair needs to be that my feet hit the ground because I'm pretty short. You can do it in short bursts and mental sequences, just 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or as you get better, might expand that to 5-10 minutes. It doesn't have to be something that's 30 minutes. It can be short. It can be done by anyone everywhere. So sometimes that can be done, walking, running, driving. Careful when you're driving, though, the eyes open for your visualization, and you can train yourself to do better. So we're going to cover 10 ways in order to make sure that visualization is part of your life and understand the importance of it. It is an extremely powerful tool. It's going to stimulate all your senses. So when I'm visualizing at hockey, I'm going to hear the noise of the boards. I'm going to hear the puck go against the boards. I'm going to hear the air swishing from your skates. I'm going to hear the smell of this. I'm going to smell the sweat, the coaches yelling, the yip yap of the players. So I'm going to feel the glide on the ice. So I'm going to try and use all of my senses for this powerful tool. We're going to make sure that when we're using that powerful tool, we're also going to make sure we feel that gratification. We're going to feel that we've achieved something um, for all of our successes. So this is something we're going to work on. So the number one way to enhance motivation is uh, getting yourself like ready for the game, ready for that day at work or that presentation or that confrontation that you might have, that difficult conversation. Maybe it's telling a friend about, wearing deodorant, or maybe it's telling a colleague about how their perfume is affecting or cologne is affecting others around them. Those are difficult conversations that you might use visualization for. So again, it's not just for athletes, it's for that mom that might have a difficult conversation about getting their child to do their homework or to read more. So visualization using all of your senses, thinking about how to get yourself motivated in order to get the best results. Number two is visualization will reduce stress and anxiety. So for Chrissy Wellington, she would do visualization on her transitions, how to transition from the swim, get her gear off as quickly as possible and get into her bike. So for example, her shoes would already be attached to the bike so that and her clothing for biking would already be under her swim gear. So as she took off her wetsuit, she'd already prepare all of her clothing and then how to get her shoes on, how to get to do up her shoes while she's already biking and doing that transition, where she puts her bike, how she leans it, how she gets onto that bike. And then, of course, how when she gets off the bike, having her shoes prepped so that her bike shoes come off quickly and her running shoes gets on quickly. So she would also use visualization to reduce stress. For example, what if her bike broke? And that did happen, or she fell. How do you handle a fall? She did fall and break all of her ribs. I can't even imagine. A road rash. How do you get back into the race? So this is going to help reduce stress. Um, Visualizing positive feelings even for something a stressful event that's coming up, that reduces our stress, our depression, our anxiety, helps us feel more in that zen, that balance, so that we have positive energy and it gets rid of that clutter in your mind. For number three, it's going to boost our confidence, get ourselves feeling more focused for whatever the stressful event, because we can picture that confidence happening. And whatever the mind can create, the body can follow. It's going to change how we see ourselves, whether we're doing a big presentation or we've got a sporting environment or that big conversation. It makes sure they realize nothing is impossible. We all can do this. And feel better of ourselves for that upcoming event. Number four is visualization. Is it going to improve our competence? So those transitions for Chrissy, one of the things that they had her do her visualization was how to manage going to the bathroom, or when you're swimming, what if someone grabs your foot or pulls you down in that swim? What if you don't get your foot right into your bike right away, or your shoelace breaks? How do you manage those challenges that come along the race so that you're more confident? Her coach would have her actually purposely do couch time. And her couch time was when she would have to lay down for an hour and visualize her race, visualize her transitions so that she would be more confident when she got into the race. My daughter doing her dance or her figure skating would sit in the stands and visualize all her different events or her jumps or her spins and visualize them at the highest level. This is something you can do so that you can also become a pro in whatever your field is to achieve your goals. and accomplish those goals. As we hit number 5, reason for visualization is encourages engagement. So gets all of your senses, all of your, how you see it, how you hear it, how you feel it, even how you smell it. For me on the ice, smell the sweat, smell the grind, hear the cheering, hear the person going yes as they get that goal. Then when you close your eyes using all of those senses, you're going to get a better engagement, and then your accomplishment will be that much better. If you can get a team engaged in visualization, it even works better. And that's why with the synchronized skating, they used to have the whole team sitting together in the stands, visualizing the same components, so we would have better accomplishment on the ice. Number 6, does improve your performance. By prepping your mind in those high pressure situations, challenging circumstances, you've already done it, if you will, before you get to that event. Visualizing high performance on a test, for example, will help you have those coping strategies before it happens. So one of the strategies with Chrissy is had her swimming through swamps. Ugh, disgusting to me, but hitting seaweed, hitting garbage, so that she could visualize it, having done it, and then visualize it. So nothing slowed her down in the swim. Nothing surprised her. So she was able to perform better when she hit those obstacles. Number 7, it clears the mind. We hear about brain fog. So this helps your RAS. That's your reticular activating system in your brain. Your reticular activating system, your RAS system, is a group of neurons in your brain that helps work as a filtering system. And this helps you get rid of all the unnecessary garbage in our brain. Many of us have so many, garbage, so many thoughts going all different directions, and it creates that brain fog or brain communication. And so by filtering, this helps you focus on the main thing, the main goal, to improve that clarity and improve that focus and your performance. So clears the mind. Number 8 is it sparks inspiration. Sometimes we have a mental block. We have an email to write. We have an article to write. We're even just writing a poem, trying to find the right words for a competition, trying to find a new system in a sporting event. So it sparks our inspiration. So sometimes sitting calmly or walking, that's why you could do it in the dark, without distractions, or just closing our eyes for a few minutes helps us envision that new event, that new creativity, and gets rid of any psychological obstacles or just garbage that sometimes we're carrying around, or sometimes we feel like we're carrying a heavy weight on our shoulders from whatever that's happened in our past, and we need to clear that out in order to allow visualization to focus as best. Number 9 is it opens that clarity, and for that visualization, getting to ensure our objections by creating that perfect picture in our mind. Number 10 is it opens doors to all possibilities. Imagination has absolutely no limits, being able to visualize our goals, our obstacles, and it can be used in all areas of our work life, our sports life, our athletic goals, for lifting at the gym, for conversations as a family member. This is unlimited, and it can absolutely bring real meaning to your journey in life so that you can truly leave a legacy. Visualization has absolutely no limits at all. So you can use it anytime, anywhere, frequently, in order to have your dreams become a reality. So I used it for hockey. I use it as even performing the best adjustment as a chiropractor. So I often get to the office an hour before patients arrive, walking around the office, visualizing me doing perfect adjustments, practicing those adjustments on my tables, prepping the drops, making sure my equipment, my activator, my other stim, everything's at the highest level to be able to provide the best care for my patients. I will arrive an hour early. I can focus on different names for patients, for prayer, for meditation, for visualizing what I need to do to give them the best healing experience. As chiropractors, we know that if you can visualize healing, if you can visualize proper posture, proper alignment, if you can visualize yourself doing your exercises and your spinal rehab at the highest level, you're going to get better results. So, for example, if you have headaches, you visualize doing your stress reduction, you're doing your breath work, you're doing your proper posture, getting your head over your shoulders, doing your rolls, your tractioning. That's going to help reduce your headaches, improve your focus, improve your mental clarity. If you have lower back concerns and you're doing your McKenzie exercises, your stretches, you're doing your core strengthening and visualizing yourself stronger, and you're visualizing your healing for those discs, for removing that pressure off your nerves, your adjustments are going to function that much better. So visualization works for your health, it works for your spirit, and it works for your mental health, mental and physical health. So I hope you see all these 10 amazing reasons to work on your visualization. Start with just 30 seconds in a quiet place or walking slowly, and then you can work towards those longer visualizations for your goals as we start this new year. Stay with us. We always have amazing topics. This month, we're focusing on the history coming up in February, the history of chiropractic and the philosophy behind it with Dr. BJ Hardick and Dr. Colin Elkin. We have amazing topics for you. Our goal is one thing every year. We've planned out this year for amazing topics for you. But if you have other topics you'd love us to talk about so you can learn about it, share that with others. Share these with friends and family. This is our volunteer time because we care about you. Angela and I put these together because we really want you to have the best information possible. On our wellness center, we have chiropractic, massage, acupuncture, mental health counseling, physiotherapy, acupuncture, kinesiology, counseling for nutrition, naturopathy. So as well as our holistic nutritionist does live blood cell analysis. We have somatic release therapy, cranial sacral therapy. So at the Justine Blainey Wellness Center, we have so much for you that we'd love to be on your healthcare team. But we provide these for free if you live far away or perhaps finances are a challenge. These are for you. So stay tuned with us, connect with us. We care about you, and we look forward to being with you again soon.